So welcome back to another video. So today it's actually just me, it's just Jack, he's alone. And it's going to be a bit of a different one. So we thought that every week when we play champs, or when we've been changing up our team, we might just give you guys an update on the account. So here we go. So I've got gold 1. The rewards all play after the squad builder. So I just thought I'd show you the squad builder, show you the rewards, and also show you the tactics that I used. Can I hope to help you guys get better. And the first player, I'll just get straight into, I'm not going to faff about, is ter Stegen. So, to be honest with you, ter Stegen was a huge letdown. He was not good. About 47 games with him, so I've kind of got a decent idea. He is not the beast that he was last year. I think the main reason why he's struggling this year might be because of his height. He's only 6'2", whereas I think the taller keepers, like your Neuer and your Courtois and that, they just seem to get to the ball easier, and I don't think the save with the feet trait is that important this year. And then linking to him, we've got Diego Carlos and Militao. So this is a combination that a lot of people are using, and I can see why in some ways, but then other ways I think this Militao card is huge. You can see I bought him before the market crashed, but I think this Militao is hugely overrated. I don't think he's anywhere near as good as last year. He's still good, but it's just that sometimes he does feel like an 80 rated card, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel like an overpowered one like he did last year. Whereas Diego Carlos, on the other hand, is an absolute animal. Played 60 games with him. Even got 3 assists with the boy. He is really, really good. As you can see, I think is the high strength and aggression is something that really helps defenders this year, especially when they're against fast attackers. Because that first time that they can beef shoulders together, it's very important to be able to win the ball, to be honest. Linking to him, we've got Alex Telles. Now, I've tried Alphonso Davies. As you can see, I'm actually in the process of changing up my team. And I think Telles is better. Maybe. I've still got, I've only played, I've only played 3 games with Alphonso, so I've still got to form an opinion. But Telles is absolutely fantastic. He's really, really good. Solid on the defence. He's really good going forward as well. So, if you're using more attacking fullbacks, he's a great option to have. And you'll see more about the attacking fullbacks in just a bit. I used some really interesting tactics when I was chasing the game. Linking to our next player, we've got Jesus Navas. Now, some people might think 58 physical, really. Honestly, you don't know it's the 39 strength or whatsoever. Jumping, I don't think he rarely goes for headers. But his interceptions being 83 is huge, and being good on the ball this year from the back is really important. You really need to be good from playing it out this year. And then linking to him, we've got our first CDM, which is Val Verde. So this card, 43k, I've probably lost a fair bit on him. He's really good. He's kind of one of those cards where there's nothing too fancy about him. He kind of just does his job, and that's it. And to be honest with you, CDMs this year, at the minute anyway, before we get to the crazy cards, they don't need to do anything more than just be able to defend and carry the ball forward. And he definitely can do that with his 86 pace. And next to him, we had Fred. Now, Fred was honestly, it was probably the biggest surprise in this team, because I thought he was absolutely fantastic. As you can see, 63 games, 26 goals, 4 assists. But he was just so tenacious. Every single play, it'd be him taking the ball forward. So I think this has highlighted to me how important it is to have a ball carrying CDM. So you think maybe if you wanted to look a more expensive one like a KDB or maybe a Bruno Fernandes, if you wanted some other options. So that's the the core of the team. So now we're moving on to the attackers, and just for a change, we've actually got all wingers. So once again, I can't escape from using wingers. So we've got Douglas Costa. I use him on the right mid, or right attacking mid anyway, usually. It was pretty disappointing, to be honest. You can see he's only got 5 goals and 13 assists, which is not, it's definitely not a great record. But he carried the ball forwards, and to be honest with you, that's all you need sometimes. You don't particularly need a goal scorer. So we had Ousmane Dembele playing here. He was actually the cam in the 4-2-3-1, and I think once again it's one of those cards where he was really, really good last year. but not the best this year. Obviously, you can see he's still got a crazy record with me. Ignore some of those assists because they were from squad battles when I was doing some of the objectives to get good packs. He's good. I'd say he's probably belongs on the wing this year. I don't think he's good enough to go through the middle. At the high level anyway, against scrubs you can do that definitely. And then we've got another left winger, just for a change. It's Kingsley Coman. This is the same as good Douglas Costa. These two were just kind of like, they were all I could afford at the time to play on the wing. He's done okay. He did better than Costa, sorry, but at the same time, they were there to carry the ball forwards. That's mainly what you want from your attacking mids, your wide ones anyway. And then the main man himself. So this guy, his record is a bit crazy with me because I've been scoring all those goals in squad battles, but he was absolutely insane. Marcus Rashford, I cannot recommend. If you haven't seen the player review, go and watch it now. He is absolutely insane. He's probably one of the best cards I've used this year. If not, actually no, he is the best card I've used this year, and I think he's got a place in endgame teams, especially now that he's got that Inform that's a central card. Gives him a few more options, maybe 4-3-3. Then he links to Wan-Bissaka with the perfect link. He is fantastic though. I would use him every day of the week in in-game teams, and that's the team. I'll show you the custom tactics now. So I mainly used the 4-2-3. As you can see, I've got quite a few setups. That's one thing I can't recommend enough, guys. Have a lot of game plans set up, ready for you to switch to, depending on who you're against and how they're playing. So what I'd usually start with is these 4-2-3-1, drop back. I'm not even scared. Drop back 3 depth. I don't care. The point of FIFA is to win, and this is how you can win against players that aren't the best, to be honest with you. So now I'm playing on balance, 5-5-2-2. Nothing too fancy, to be honest with you. Probably the same tactics that I've used for about 3 years now. We've got getting behind on Rashford, stay forward on Ousmane. My 2 CDMs both on cover centre and stay back. And then fullbacks, just for a change, are also on stay back. But when you play against better players, you need to take the game to them. So I'd use the 4-2-3-1 at the start. Can I sign out how good they were? And then the 4-4-2 is much more attacking formation this year. It's really, really good. I'd be on balance once again. Put me depth up to 4 though, mainly because you don't want to just invite pressure against good players, because however good you are at defending, if you invite this amount of pressure, they will score. They'll just they'll get that one angle, 1 point in the game. So moving on to the player instructions, we've got getting behind and stay forward on Rash. So Ousmane is kind of like he's the more cam one, so I'd actually play him on false 9. I don't know why that's changed. And then my 2 wide players would play come back on defence. Come back on defence doesn't do as much as you think it would. They do come back obviously, but nowhere near. They don't come back every defensive play. Fred, didn't change him. And then Val Verde, this is the important one, playing drop between defenders. So this basically allows you to really be aggressive with Fred and drive through the midfield with him, because you know that you've got Val Verde to cover if you do lose the ball in the transition. Jesus Navas, we've got to stay back. And then this is a different one, so I actually don't play Tellez on stay back, crazy. But I play him on a balanced attack, mainly because we've got Val Verde dropping in between, so Diego Carlos, switches to more of like a back 3 with Navas kind of like pushing up slightly as well because of his work rates. But Tellez carrying the ball forward, overlapping with Coman. It ends up creating a lot more chances than you would, or especially different chances from what you create in the 4-2-3-1. And altogether, 4-4-2, really great formation. Cannot recommend it enough. And I hope you've enjoyed the squad builder, guys. Let us know what you thought of it in the comments. Here are my rewards from Gold 1. Really worthwhile. Really can't recommend getting Gold 1 enough. And we'll see you later, guys. Bye.